is a lesson on Algebra 1, Lesson 37, Graphing Systems of Inequalities. The objective is students will graph systems of inequalities. Okay? So, steps. These are the steps. You write them down. You should have them written down before we move on. Okay, number 1. I'll do number 1 and 2. So, number 1, first step is you're going to make sure that each equation is in slope-intercept form. So they are. I'm going to graph the first equation. The y-intercept is 3. So plot 3. Then the slope is -4, which is really like -4 over 1. So it's going to be run -4, or rise -4, run 1. Plot a point. Okay, we do the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. There should be a point over here. Then I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a solid line because it says greater than or equal to, so we want to include the equal to portion in our final answers. Drawing an arrow in both ways, both directions as well as I can. And then I'm going to shade the correct side just like before. This is greater than, so I'm going to shade the upper part, which is really, looks like the right side, but okay. That's the first line. Then I'm going to draw the next line, which has a y-intercept of -3, so we go -3. And it has a slope of 2 over 1. Okay, so you rise 2, run 1. You got a point there already. Rise 2, run 1. There needs to be a point here. And I continue doing that. And we have a second line. We know it's solid because it's also equal to, so greater than or equal to. So I'm going to draw shading. I'm going to shade above this line too. Now I'm shading here, and you're going to notice that it's being shaded right here most of all. Y'all see that? Okay, so you could emphasize that point by shading it more. Another way you could do it, which I like doing, is I take my eraser back and I like erasing what. Oh, not too much. Like erasing the other sections that are not included so that I don't include them in my answer. I kind of do my best there, right? And basically, any point that's in the shaded region or any point that's on the line, a solid line that's next to it, is a solution, okay, of this problem. So that's number 1. Basically, all we're doing is graphing, okay? Number 2, let me graph this one. Number 2, start with the first equation. We want to make sure they're in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. So we plot our y-intercept first, which is -2. Going to -2. And then we have a slope of 1/3. So we got rise 1, run 1, 2, 3. There's the point. Plot a point. Now it's going to go the opposite way, so I should draw a point that's in this direction. So I'm going to go the opposite way. Rise -1, run -3. There should be a point over here. Okay. In this example, we notice that the line should not be solid, but should be a dotted line. So in this case, we're going to go take our eraser and just erase parts of these lines, or this line, so that it's a dash line. Represents a line that doesn't include a solution that doesn't include the line. And we're going to shade above it, which is right above it because it's greater than, right? Next we have a y-intercept of 1. I just plotted it, and slope of 4/3. So we rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 3. Oh, it's too fast. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, 2, 3. Should be a point right there. Okay. And we go the opposite way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, 2, 3. There should be a point there. Looks like it's already there. Good. So then we draw a line. And of course, this one is also going to be a dash line, dotted line, because it's not equal to. So I'm going to go back with my eraser and make it a dotted line, kind of putting some white marks here. And erasing just the line, so it looks like a dash line, okay? So now it looks like a dash line. I want to shade it. It says greater than, so I'm including anything that's greater than, again. So it's going to be just this portion that's right here. Ooh, excuse me. Just this portion that's right here. Okay, so I know it's that section, so I'm going to erase the other sections I may have shaded, so I have a nice clean looking graph. And that's it. What this is saying is that I could take any point that is in the shaded region and it would be a solution to this. Okay, so on both of these, if I want to pick a solution, this would be a solution here, that dot right there. This dot right here is not a solution. It might be a solution to one of the graphs, but it's not. For number 1, this would be a solution. This is not a solution. Okay, so when you're picking a solution, you're picking a point that's on the graph. Okay. So this is numbers 1 and 2, and that's how you do it. Any questions on numbers 1 and 2? Okay, so what I like to do is 1's tell the 2's about number 1, 2's tell 1's about number 2. Ready, set, go. Continuing on, number 3, I want you to do it on your whiteboards. Number 3 on your whiteboards. Ready, set, go. So, slope-intercept form. Is this in slope-intercept form? Yeah, you have to ask yourself, is it in y is equal to mx plus b form? And it is, right? So what's our b for the first equation? 1. So you go to 1 on the y-intercept. Plot it. Okay? M is negative 2/3. So it falls 2 and runs 3. Okay? And you keep going. Let's go the opposite way. That's the first set of dots. Now, is this going to be a dash line or a... Which one? Dash line. Good. Why is it a dash line? That's a good question. Why is it a dash line? Because it doesn't include equal to. So, put this across, and you make it dashed. You could use your eraser. That's what I like doing. It's the easiest way for me to make a straight line without. Okay, the other way you can do it is just pick up your pencil and keep drawing. Okay? That's the first one. Now, which way do I shade it? Up or down?
Down.
Down. Okay, hopefully you're doing this while I'm showing you, because some of you are complaining that you don't know what you're doing, and I'm showing you, but you're not really participating. So it's hard for me to teach you when you're not participating. Okay, so why don't you catch up to what I did? Okay, so on this example, you need to be shading underneath on the first one. The second line, I want you to finish it off. Number 3, the y-intercept is -3, so you put down -3, and your slope is -2, so you go down 2 and you run 1. So you should have a point here, and it should go the opposite way too. This is also a dotted line. I'm doing this by freehand because okay, you have a dotted line here, and this one it says it is greater than, so you shade above, which is actually up. It's going to be this whole side. Now, you could see that you've shaded 2 areas, and it'll be shaded here. And you'll notice that it's shaded mainly in this section here. So I'm going to erase everything that's not in that section. So that it looks nice and clean. Okay, and there you go. this section is shaded. This is saying that anything in this shaded region is a solution. Okay? Alright, number 4. I want you to try that out. Ready, set, go. Okay, here we go. So on this next example, the first equation has a y-intercept of -2 and a slope of -1/3. So you're going to go to -2, and you're going to have a slope of -1/3. So a point here, and you could have one the opposite way, right there. And when you do that, you get this line here. And you know it's solid. Why is it solid?
Because it's equal to.
Also includes equal to solutions, okay? And of course you shade above. Why do you shade above? Because it's greater than. Okay? Continuing, watch, please. The next one has a y-intercept of +2 and a slope of -5/3. So you go to +2 and you go to -5/3. It looks like they share a point here. And this one also is solid because it's equal to. But it is also shaded at the top, so you're going to shade above because it's greater than. And you're going to notice that most of it is shaded on the top right, so you're going to erase or not shade in the areas that are not supposed to be shaded. Okay, so this is the way yours is supposed to look. Right here, okay?
Whoa.
So if you look up there, you're just shading, graphing, and that's it. All right.